enjoy it in a massive way. And we are getting straight into it, Niels.
Straight into it with the knife round here on Overpass, of course, as we just saw the map choice of MK. They will need to take this. I feel like, or I fear if they don't grab Overpass, this is going to be a 2-0 for Epsilon. But of course, we can't know that yet because, well, we haven't really gone that far. But of course, for you guys at home, looking at the lineups, Surreal also one of the players coming over, if I'm not mistaken, used to play in Complexity as well. So.
And that was flipped to the top, just for everyone to know as well.
Yeah.
So it was actually Epsilon that took the knife round there.
And then you have Spylead and Schmeta on the other side. Of course, coming from the last iteration of Mortal Kombat, which 3 of their teammates left to join Windigo, who have been doing very well as well in this tournament.
Yes. It's interesting. I'd like to see them to kind of be able to have a chance to go head-to-head as well. Let's see that on a LAN performance. A rivalry brewing, as it would be.
So many rivalries in this tournament as well. You have a lot of the Danish teams who used to be in teams with each other. You have the situation with MK and Windigo. You have the 3 UK teams here. Sadly, some of them already eliminated, but there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. But we are going live now with the pistol. We're seeing Molotov smoke on the T side, and all armor, so no casual smoke kit on the CT side as we usually see.
Yeah, it looks like Epsilon just want to shut this down as soon as it comes running towards them. You see MK trying to take control of water already.
I love that Smoosh just tagged up as Sir Op a lot.
He's living up to the name. But can he hit the shots today? Spylead already poking out from construction into the site. Damage already being done. MK starting off with the first frag there. Schmeta making it happen.
This is a very nice fake from Schmeta.
Smooya won't be pushed off it yet, though. Can't find any frags. Robin has chimed in with one of his own, but Smooya taken straight down there. Advantage with MK. We can now see the CTs. They need to play this very smart. They need to hit the shots because they don't have the time to play with Robin doing all the work. Continues to chase it in. Jenko now puts it into a 2 versus 2. He's low on health, and with no kit, they cannot afford to be dancing around for too much longer. Spyleader finds all the damage and all the kills, but Robin, he's not given up just yet. 3 under his name. He's now in a 1v1, but that time's just not there, and that's too easy. 1 tap away. MK take the pistol round, but it was still close.
Yeah, the problem isn't that 1v1 when you have the CT with very low HP, no kit. Like, it is 99% down to the terrace. You just hit that 1 bullet and then you win the round. And that's the nice situation. I feel like MK, who are still switched on top of the scoreboard, don't worry, it is still MK on the terrace side. But I feel like if you can position one of your players in that 1v1 in the end, when you know the CT doesn't have a kit, that's what you want to go in that pistol round. So I feel like they had a really strong tactical pistol round there, MK, and Epsilon Esports not really ready to kind of take advantage of the small mistakes they made. And if you have a strong tactic, and you can't really get punished by your opponents, then that's an easy round win, and that's exactly what they got. This time around, though, pistols and scout on Smooya for the CT side, while Epsa or the terrace from MK are actually going 3 AKs for this one, and some utility behind it. So Nikki, the only one who can really be expended for this one. Throws his utility and then just pushing to the side to maybe clear the first frag or get some information.
Yeah, allowed to push him forward, see what he can work with. Smooya trying to make that scout work for him there at long, but he's not done a good job of keeping him at bay just yet. He's still on the hunt, though, and I love that he's changing up his position here, looking around, playing off what he's hearing. Tags up, shooter with the first shot, goes in for the second, but Spyleader's on top of him, and now you'll see MK make their way onto the site. Kills coming in. T-Sack left on his own, finds himself the first kill, does a bit more damage, but can't tag up anyone else. 2 versus 4, and, well, MK will look comfortably to take this round as the CTs go to save, and rightly so, right? They've brought up Kevlar, even Jenko with the head armor there, Deagle and CZ to play with the smoke on Surreal as well. But it's unlikely that they'll be able to pick up any weapons from the fallen teams.
Nope, it's probably not going to be the case, as this is basically what you want as a T side, like surviving with the 3 AKs, getting the bomb down, not really being that worried, still surviving with 4 players. So this is exactly what they wanted for the start of this game. I'm very happy in the MK Mortal Kombat camp right now. As Epsilon, I'm actually not sure, like Vexed, they lost in their game. Endpoint got eliminated. They didn't even get out of groups. Is Muya's team the last standing hope for the UK scene in this tournament?
Oh,
Or
God.
at least for the A tournament.
Could be, actually, you think
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Vex, they got eliminated in the game we just saw before, right?
Yeah, so Vex went down 2-0. Endpoint didn't make it out, surprisingly, as well.
Yeah, okay, this is the last hope for
Damn.
UK to reach the main tournament. There are 4 already invited teams.
It's a sorry sight, that's for sure.
And it's not even a 100% UK team. But at this point, we'll grant them the status. I think they have, 3 or more players from the UK, so it's fine. At this point, T-Sack is pretty much UK as well.
The amount of time he spent playing in the UK scene, for sure.
Jenko getting worked on with the Deagle. Spy Leader did go down to low HP, but weaponry wasn't really too much to deal with. As long as the AKs aren't eliminated for this round, MK are still pretty good for this one. So they just want to maybe throw away the MAC-10 for some map control, get the bomb down whole pole plan, and they'll be cruising onto another victory. Well, if they can get some frags in this MAC-10 as well, that would be perfect. And they will. 2 frags on a MAC-10. Pay for itself.
Makes that money, makes it work. If you can find Robin as well, just gives them that extra buffer of money to work with. A good strong start on the T side for MK. The next round is where it's all going to matter. And I love this cheeky Zeus play from Robin. He's going to try and put in the work. He's going to hope someone pushes out to him, but it's likely the only one that will push him is going to be Nicky with that MAC-10.
Nicky will go for this, I'm pretty sure. And the question is if he goes straight or if he goes all the way back around because he's thinking that Robin is somewhere in spawn saving, I don't know, armor or something. Which I wouldn't really do anyways. Oh, okay. Robin checking the bomb site, running away, saving his CZ and his Zeus for the next one.
Yeah, no harm done either way. But now we've got a game on our hands. Now we get to see how it's going to go down. And the key here is, what can Epsilon do? Because their money's not going to be huge, right? And you're going to want Smooth to be able to rock that AWP, and he is going to go for the glass cannon. So he has to hit that all-important first shot. And so far he's got nothing on the board, but it is still early days.
4 smokes and only 1 Molotov as well, while the T-side have 5 smokes and 5 Molotovs. This could prove to be a very big issue for them when we hit the last execute of maybe 20, 30 seconds from the time running out. If you run out of smokes at that point, and you can't really counter the Molotovs, you don't really have a counter smoke as well. I think Epsilon might be in trouble. This also, of course, means that they will have to hit their shots, as you say. Like, you have to bank on this point as Smooya hitting that first, maybe even trading for the second as well. The other players have to also at least trade 1 for 1, potentially more. So a lot of pressure right now on Epsilon to win their duels.
And I actually like the fact that Nicky's staying on that MAC-10, right? Don't need to pull out the money. You can try and run and gun in there. The M4s will struggle close range, and so will Smooth. He continues now. He's looking to find an opening. They can't hear anything.
Risky.
This is close as he finds the first kill. Now it's game on, but he can't make the second count. And BRN, he's just going to come and find himself 2 swift kills. They're going to assault themselves onto the site. And you can see that utility coming into play here for MK. It's so easy for them to gain full control, and instantly Epsilon decide to back away. It's not worth it. And sometimes in these situations, I almost think like, okay, do you just save again and not play until the 5th round? Because this did not work out.
This did not work out at all. And that's what we were talking about, right? Like, first up, we see Smooya coming in with the AWP. He's looking for the first track, finds it, but can't get the second one. If he had the second one, there would have been this would have been a different round. Also, we also saw the one guy with smoke on utility or smoke on Molotov. He was on the opposite bomb side. So when the terrorist came in, the 2 CTs or the 1 CT on the site had no utility to answer back with.
Yeah, can't force him away. Has to just run away to fight another day, and that's what's going to happen as we go 4-0 now for MK. A good early start for them here on Overpass, and this is what we said that Epsilon will have to worry about.
Yeah, this is the map where MK will have the upper hand, and so far they're looking really dominant. Spy leader, of course, if I'm not mistaken, the in-game leader of the team, and the rest of the team just under his command. That command is working right now. 4-0 up, 4th round. Coming in for Epsilon. We got 2 for Marsis. Kits on 3 players, so definitely not missing kits, but still missing smokes and Molotovs on that CT side. Let's see Smooya can take anything down. He doesn't. He goes down to Spy Leader.
Yeah, Damage was done in retaliation, but no chance at all for Epsilon to try and get any refrags there. MK got a heavy presence towards that connector. You can see Robin ready and waiting. He's seen one jump over. It's BRN. He's going to keep the rest at bay just for a little while longer, buys himself some time. But they are having to split these sites to 2 in each. And the advantage is certainly with MK here. But can Robin turn this around? Goes to take the poke at the first player. If he could have tagged it up, that would have been huge. He now falls back, but he's not going to go all the way. He's going to see if they're going to push him any further forward, as MK just gained further bathroom control, but they're going very slow.
Yeah, they have a very specific style where they'll go very slow until they get the first frag. When they get that first frag, they just explode all over the bombs. That really picks up the pace after they got that one opening. So they're kind of like an all-in-ish team when they get the first opening, but until then, they'll be edging themselves forward. And now they'll get to a position where they can't really take much more map control, so they'll start using their utility to take more map control and then explode when they get the opening. Here we go.
Robin's going to have to come up huge here as he misses the first few shots, does finally find the frag and a second. Robin putting in the work with the FAMAS. Now they've got to keep him at bay. The bomb is down. Smeta throws over the grenade, trying to find a frag. It's all against him on free health and a dream at this stage. Flash goes over. That's all he's going to be able to do. Tries to spray away, panicking at this stage. There's a lot of pressure on him to try and close out this round. The time's not there. Robin finds the final one. And we hear Epsilon bring on the noise as well at the same time there as they do claim their first round. But there was no AWP for them to grab hold of yet, so unless someone's been able to bank up a fair amount of change, I think Smooya will still be lacking on that bit of weaponry that he loves so much.
That's really the player you want to have step up, like the player at the truck position on that A bomb side on A. Like if he can get a 3K in that defensive hold, that's just perfect. And they need Robin to get started, because if Smooya's not hitting shots with the AWP, A is going to be such a big liability because you give up so much map control without AWP. But if Robin can hold these corners, if he can get 2 kills, maybe even 3, that's a really good sign for them. But we still have to see the perfect buy for MK, and we're going to see that now. And hopefully they'll pick up the pace a bit more, because it kind of stalled in the end, and they got kind of shut down before they could throw off their utility. So I would like to see them do a full utility execute on one of the bomb sites, and then we can kind of look at it, maybe have some guesses about how the rest of this half is going to go.
Talking about utility though, Epsilon in a better shape than what we've seen them so far.
Yeah, definitely.
But they do have to worry about that dangerous reset that can come into play, especially when it comes down to all the economy here for the CT side. And we see MK again, the slow and steady start. Smooya's decided to push through, see if he can catch anyone off guard, but they're not going there just yet. It's the waiting game, and that's the thing, right? MK are not allowing themselves to be found early on here, not allowing one player to just get picked off. That's always been in favor of MK. They've always found Epsilon's first player before they've executed onto the site, and it's very much been find that player, then go into it.
I really like the small details as well. So they're in connector and they want to have control over B short, so they have one flash out. And that's just a small thing that some teams will maybe not do, just to like be extremely sure.
Wow, the committing as well, straight away.
Taking the duel.
So the bombs towards A, both the players from the A site started to move over to B. Now they've gone, oh, actually, this might not have been the best decision. Smooya spraying down one. Robin's unable to get a kill. Still unable to make the frag as well. Finally, Smooya finds it, but that's all he's going to get. MK gaining some control. The bomb has been put down. It's up to Jenko and Surreal to see what they can do here. The pause is already going to be coming in, and that's because someone definitely overcooled or over-rotated at this stage, because that was almost unacceptable. Jenko, though, looking for Spiley's to poke out. They could have sat on that bomb as well. Jenko is the one with the kit. Surreal's going to be backing him up. They're going to be attacking from 2 directions here. And he just can't make the frag. Surreal very close there. It's ticking away quite fast.
Yeah,
he could still get it.
There's no
He's
way.
not going to hunt for it. No idea what was going on there. Epsilon, maybe a bit of miscommunication. That heavy OV rotate just enabled MK to easily push into the site.
Very nice. And we do have a technical pause, so don't worry. Hopefully it'll be over soon. But yeah, I have to agree. Like that rotation looked very weird. It kind of looked like they didn't know exactly what was going on and then just like panic rotated. It ended up being towards the right side, but they didn't look really ready for it. And that's the question, right? You have to be in your CT positions when that hit comes.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, normally, if you see such a rotation, right, that's when bomb's been called.
Yeah.
Oh, there must be 3-4 players there, surely. Instead, they just all jumped straight away. Oh, let's go. It's going to be B, surely. And then they paid the price for it. Little mistakes like that will afford MK to get so many extra rounds here. And then with Robin, he went down so early on, coming out through bank. He didn't have a chance because he was completely oblivious of where to look or where to turn.
And also, if you have like a player like Smue, who usually, at least for the online games, his aim is crystal crisp. It's so crisp. But you can see that he was kind of rattled by that whole rotation.
Yeah.
He missed a lot of shots for that first duel. And hopefully that's not going to be an issue going further, as we do have... I think that's actually... And that is Smue's PC being fixed up.
And the key thing, what you were saying there, right, about the crisp aim that we normally see from Smooya, how you'd expect him to be able to hold that a little bit better, is probably the fact that he was rattled by why that call even came in. Right? Like, okay, we're going, what? No, we're not. We're just, the fake was sold very convincingly.
Yeah. And that's something I feel like the structure of MK can really give them. They can really pull out some impressive fakes, some impressive strategies. And even though they might not individually be on the same level as Epsilon, when they have their map choice, they're going to have such a big advantage in strategy, in how they can do rotations on the CT side. And that's going to be the thing that they bank on to get the win, especially here on Overpass. On Mirage, doesn't matter quite as much. Like, if you screw up your CT rotations on Overpass, you're going to be in a tough situation. You can't really screw them up as much on Mirage because it's a more open map.
Well, MK currently up 5-1. Looking strong. Forced Epsilon to only take the AK that Surreal saved over. Smooth on the Deagle, P250, 2 USPs on the remaining players. But this should be an MK round unless we see something go completely wrong for him. And Surreal, actually in a really nice spot to do some damage. Sprays down the first, but that's all he's going to be able to get for it. And there's not a CT close enough to even try and take that weapon from him. 1-for-1 trade, which isn't badly, but he needed to get more. And that's going to be up to the rest of the Epsilon side to try and take this on. Few shots fired away, but the AKs are going to keep them at bay. The mollies go over, and again, Epsilon are just going to be chilling, held back. As all the damage is being done towards them. Nothing is happening here whatsoever. The nade's going to go over. Jenko's running for his life with that Deagle that he picked up from Smooya. And this is surely just going to be it.
Yeah. They didn't know it, but the second that Nicky got that instant refrag, that's when they won the round.
Yeah.
Because that's when you eliminate that one AK, you grant yourself so much map control towards the bomb site you want to go to. If you have utility and AKs against pistols, mainly USPs, like there's just no way you're going to lose that. And they just rolled easily through them. Now, this is interesting. We do have, once again, the AWP coming out of Smooya. This time he has some body armor as well. We're still missing utility on the CT side.
Massively.
But at least they have the weapons that they wanted, and they all have armor now. Oh, well, everyone apart from T-Sack, who was the one who drew the shortest straw in this one and had to go for the FAMAS.
And you saw he was starting to push towards water, try and gain some control. But again, MK, it's the same style over and over again. Let's gain connector control. Then let's split it up. Let's keep them at bay. Let's play the long game.
And this flash, if they want to do the same flash for short control, I actually didn't see the positions, but I'm pretty sure one of the players wasn't in an anti-flash position. So it could be almost a free opening, or at least a 1-for-1. But let's wait and have a look if that comes into play. Oh, missed flashbang. As we have Spy Leader Lee. Spy Leader is lining up the smokes. 3 players lining up smokes on long. Tells us that this could be a push, especially with another player in connector and then the lurker.
You can see what MK are trying to do here, right? They're trying to make sure they nullify Smooya's ability to take them out early on. Close that distance. And Robin, in the meantime, he's able to find 1 frag, which is really nice. Smooya picks up the second as well. He is all alone at this stage. Does get taken out, and that's beautiful from Nicky. 2 swift kills to enter the site. They're looking for more as well. Smeeter in a good position to do further damage. T-Sack, though, able to battle back. Puts it into a 2 versus 1. Nicky does have the bomb. We'll go for the plant. Jenko opting to go round through bank at this stage. And Nicky's in actually a nice spot. This could work out for him. Just got to play the angles well. Oh, no, goes for the reload at the wrong time. Still finds the headshot, though. Pulling in the next one, drops out the pistol, but T-Sack, he's on top of it. 3 kills for him. Saves the AWP, most importantly. And, okay, Epsilon do get around here.
Yeah.
But they're not going to have the money now.
They're going to be strapped for cash. But one thing I have to say, like, I want to give them props for two things. First of all, T-Sac's flank and the way, like the timing he comes in with the rotation, with the refrag onto shot after they already lost one teammate. Very nice. Also, they actually rotated an extra man, so they had a 3-man stack on A when the hit came in. So when the terrorists got the 2 first players killed, you could see the first terrorist went straight for the plant, because usually when you kill 2 players on a bomb site, that bomb site is clear. But they had already rotated the CTs, a 3rd man who sat at short and just waited for them. So nice flanks on T-Sac, nice 3-man stack rotation onto the A bomb site. If they can keep building on this, we might have a game here on Overpass on our hands, but they need to win this one and they need to win the next buy round as well because of the money.
Close range though, Jenko can do some damage and that's exactly what he does. Surreal backing him up as well. Still a firefight to be had. He's dancing around, still finding another frag, and now BRN, confused of where to look, where to turn, does manage to make the refrag. 1 versus 1 now, Robin. He's going to feel like he's got a lot of control here. The nade goes over. BRM waiting for him. Now has a good idea of where he is. Positions given away. BRM just trying to play it smart, and that's a very nice reaction there. Rips his head off, finds the next round, and you hear them explode instantly.
That's so nice. Like, that's bringing some of that old school like LAN feeling back when you hear like guys in their seats just yelling when someone pulls off a sick play. And this was a sick play. This was also pretty nice from Jenko. He gets a 2 for 1 with the UMP, then gets shot in the back because no one is holding Monster, but still, like, pretty nice round. This is what I was talking about, the economy. Like, they had to win that round to keep on building and to put pressure on MK's economy, because right now they're going to be on, well, a C-set spy, like UMP as well on Robin, but it's not really anything to challenge 3 AKs and almost full utility on the T side. So it's very hard right now for Epsilon to string rounds together on the CT side, and you have to be able to do that too. Let's say get like 6, 7, 8 rounds on that CT side. You have to be able to string 2 or more together.
But I'd also say Epsilon, right? You've brought up with this, but you're not going for the aggressive peaks like what the CZs can lend themselves to do so much damage with, right? Get you these upset rounds. I'm almost not worried for MK at this stage because they're playing so far away. They're giving MK an advantage and they're not pushing aggressively together. T-Sac comes through then, but
there's no refract though. Like,
Jenko does get it now, but by that time, MK have already got all their players to back him up. Comes in, B-bomb site's completely secure. Spy leader's up there nice up at the front. He's going to meet Smooya there from the side. First few bullets do manage to tag him up, but he can't find the frag. 2 versus 4. Surreal's going to come through connector as well, but MK full control once again.
Yeah, and that's what like MK can do at this point. When they get the lead, they get that 4v5, they can easily trade 1 for 1 for map control, because they'll still be 1 man up at all times and they'll have that extra map control, and that's the kind of play they were going for. Surreal, 13 HP, has picked up an AK-47, does have armor as well. Smooya's just looking for openings. He's not finding it, not even that far off. And at this point, Surreal, there's nothing he can do but save his weapon.
Well, we said at the beginning, right, we were slightly worried about what Epsilon's overpass might look like. And so far, their CT side has just seen them walked over, caught by confusion, and MK, that they are looking strong. This is their map pick, and you can see why.
Yeah, I don't remember watching an Epsilon game on Overpass, and this might be why. Like, it doesn't look like, especially a CT side, that they're comfortable on. Like, they have some things down, but they don't look 100%. And 100% is what MK are doing right now.
Yeah.
They know exactly what's going on.
The key thing here for Epsilon as well is not to let yourselves get downhearted. It's still just the first map in a best of 3. They know they're going to Mirage next, but also they know there's a whole nother half ahead of them that they can still come back from here. This isn't an unwinnable situation, but I'd just like to see them play with a little bit more finesse, a little bit more confidence.
For sure. And also, like, this isn't even the last game of tonight.
Yeah.
So, for these players,
We
they have
still
to
got more.
grind games right now. Oh, nice headshot from Robin.
Coming in, finding the first one. Molly goes out. Ooh, T-Sac, he still fights for it. Does get 1 kill, but that's all he's going to get. The nade comes in. He sits there on a Kobe as we're at a 3 versus 3. Epsilon at this stage, though, this is unwinnable.
This is actually a doable round for them. Surreal trades 1 for 1. Does take some damage with HP. Small goes on to short. Smooya is so close right now. Ooh, that's close.
Schmeetz is not even fully sure where Smooya was, Has managed to find 2 kills for himself, though. Surreal all alone, and that flash was almost perfect. Good guess of where he might be coming from. Both players so close range. The refrag's 100% going to be there. Good effort from Epsilon, much better than what we've seen on any of the previous rounds, at least when they didn't have the weaponry. So maybe this is a sign of things to come. Maybe that confidence is there. Maybe we do get to witness this for once on Overpass.
And it looked like, yeah, the small server mishap as the round ended, but no. Oh, I was about to really be scared now, but no problems, guys. No server problems here.
Positive thoughts, positive vibes, no more delays.
So right now, lining up for the Molotovs onto the B bomb side, this could be the initial control towards B, then the fake towards A, and then the push in like a minute or something towards B. A lot of teams do that initial map control towards one side, then act like they're going the other way, but then they go back to the initial point of attack. Very standard way to play default T side on Overpass.
Let's see, I really like this, right? Now we see the CTs try and take that connector control. Schmieder tries to come through Monster. The refrag does come in into Jenko, that does go down. In the meantime, Smooya's found one through pushing through, and this is much better from Epsilon, taking a bit of control early on, not allowing MK to play that slow style that they've loved and is working so well from Spy Leader. Couldn't see the head there somehow and will pay the price for it. That's another round on the board now for Epsilon, putting their third in a way that gives them the opening here now to try and make a game of this.
I'm still so weirded out when I see players use wireless mouse. Like,
yeah,
I've been on the wire for like 10 years straight.
Does that mean you're recording everything I say?
Of course. Everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Oh man, risk. We've got to stop casting together.
But yeah, like I still feel so weirded out because back in the day, wireless mice used to be terrible, but today they're actually apparently really nice. So a lot of pros are actually switching over.
Oh, they praise it massively. I just always worry about a situation where we end up, oh, you're mid 1v1 clutch. Oh, your battery dies.
Yeah, exactly.
GG. But with this round, a 1-for-1 trade again. We see Robin this time try to go aggressive in connector. Smooya's going to be the one to back off, back into the A site. It's now going to split the CTs up, but I love this. A forward position from Surreal. Look how much information he's gained there.
Yeah, that's a smoke to put down there. That means they only have one smoke. Actually, that's just been used as well. Okay, they have no smokes left with a minute to go on Epsilon. They have a lot of flashes, though. Smooya spotted one. He didn't get the kill, though.
What is going on, Smooya? You cannot miss shots like that. Gonna drop the flash out. Continues to push through. Tries to spray away, but Nicky finds the kill. Damage has been done, but frags have not been found. Jenko, T-Sack, Surreal, they have to make it work.
Now they're rotating back.
Oh, this is huge. Are they going to line up for him? Could win. Doesn't, though. Can't seem to get him to line up. Fluffs the shots, only gets away with one. Schmieder and Nicky are very low, though, so they've got something to work with. Jenko already over onto the bomb site. But MK, they don't have to commit to this with 30 seconds to go. Overpass is a map you can fast rotate on.
They still have one smoke and one Molotov as well on this T side. That means whichever side they want to hit, they can block off one or two of the positions and they can flash themselves in. Right now, they're forcing the CTs to at least check some of the bomb side, but now T-Sack is rotating in and the execute is starting.
Jenko doesn't check all his angles, goes for the bomb, but he wasn't in the position he expected. The spray comes in, though. They're making it work. Schmieder, 1 health and a dream. As T-Sack finds the kill, he makes it work. 4 rounds now for Epsilon. This more aggressive style is working for him. Despite Smooya and Surreal's little mishaps there, they didn't get everything they wanted for it. It was enough damage done, it was enough information for them to work with, and rounds are starting to go Epsilon's way.
And very nice decision making from T-Sack as well, because they were 2v3 basically. He went up to check the opposite bomb site. The second he saw nothing, he started his rotation back. So when they actually started to come in, he was already half rotated onto the B bomb site. So really nice read from him there. Picks up 2 frags as well. T-Sack is having a good game. I feel like the 2 stars of this team, in my mind, Surreal and Smooya, they need to step it up just a tiny bit more. If they do that, this could be a very close game.
Yeah, they can literally flip what we've seen from the first half of this game.
Oh, Surreal's actually 12 frags. I'll take that back. That was just one round where he messed up what could be in 3K. I take that back. Surreal is the star and top fragger. There we go.
And you can see though, right, Smooya had been taken off that AWP. We've seen him with it twice. Once where he wasn't able to do much, didn't have the Kevlar to play with. The second time he got 1 kill and was done. And he's not able to kind of run around as freely as he'd like to. Now they're playing this more aggressive style. I want to see what he can do with that time around. But again, he's the first member down. Trying to push out, trying to push back MK here, but again, they've noticed, okay, Epsilon, you're pushing forward. We'll sit further back and wait for you to come to us. We can get these first openings.
I still feel like the argument, even though the argument about Surreal doesn't stand, the argument for Smooya still stands because he is the, if not one of the star players of this team.
Oh.
Yes, we do have a reset. Interesting. But, like, if Smooya isn't on point for this Epsilon team, that's going to be a big challenge for them going further in the tournament. Hey, there we go. That's the magic.
Okay, so it's 12-6 at the moment, which means there's the 3-round lead for MK, which meant they managed to capitalize on them CT rounds. I'm guessing won the pistol and went from there because it was 9-6 at the first half.
And I guess that the bomb was planted for Epsilon, and then they bought AKs in the round before. So the economy right now, yeah. Here we go. We get the replay. That's so nice of you. So really good couple of rounds now for the CT side. As they survive with 3 players each round. The money right now is looking dire for Epsilon. That means they'll have to do an eco. So we're looking at a 13-6 potential scoreline, which is also fair enough because this is the map where we thought MK would have a great chance of taking it home, and they looked all right so far.
Yeah, MK needed to shine here on overpass to make it work. And with a 12-6 lead early on, now they've just got to be able to hold on to it, try and get this one, which should be a 13th on the board, and then maybe we can see what they can make happen from here.
Not a bad team on Mirage either, but with the individual qualities on Epsilon, we expect them to take that. But anything can happen. It's a game of Counter-Strike, and anything does happen. Robin opens up with just a pistol.
And finds himself the first frag, goes to grab the M4. It's a player you want the M4 on. He's got the armor to play with as well. BRN in a very nice spot. He can hear what's going on. How he manages to get that second frag and the third is just unreal.
Yeah, the revenge frag, even though they're only with pistols, should have come in there after the first or the second kill.
They had one player just like tapping at his head and just seemingly missed all their shots.
Bomb is still behind him. So he has that going for him, which is about just the only thing that's going for him at this point. 1v4, has a weapon, but needs to find 2 frags before he can take that bomb down. That's a nice little dink. But luckily, Spy Leader, he has the head armor.
More damage being done by Robin here as he pushes in. Now he is greatly outnumbered and outgunned in every single way, and that will start to shine as the 13th is picked up by MK.
Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Did you see that move? He just
brush your shoulders off. Easy.
Listening to JC, bro, obviously.
This is what I didn't understand, how 3 separate players shot a BRN and he just gunned them down pretty easily. Like, someone should have been able to take him down in that situation. This
is the full buy, though, coming in from Epsilon. And to be honest, they need to win this one right now. If they lose this, their money situation is going to be bad. They're going to be on a force. Their opponents are going to be on 14 with decent money as well. They have to win this round right now in order to still have a chance on overpass.
Yeah, no plants that we've seen
they
going down recently. They've just made noise.
They heard this 2 times in a row.
It must be so hard not to push out in that situation. Nicky's already gone down, so okay, Epsilon do have the advantage, but Spy Leader has all the information he wants to work with. The flash comes out perfectly, though. So Spy Leader unable to capitalize on that position. BRN trying to make his way around. Shooter, though, he's evening up them numbers, finding himself 2 kills in Connector, and that is the huge play that his team needed. While the rest of the T side do push their way into the B side, which is seemingly empty at the moment.
Yeah, Shemeta went for water control towards short. That means no one is holding towards monster, and that's exactly where all the terrorists went. So he's playing retake right now, waiting for his teammates to come in. They have 2 kits, so it's the correct choice in this one. Right now they can use some of their agility to block off positions, but T-Sac's position is unknown to them, and he will take BRN down.
T-Sac enabled to find the 1 frag there. Robin unable to do anything as well. It's all up to Surreal and T-Sac.
No time. He has to go for the duel right now and win it.
First one found.
Doesn't have a kit. Yeah, it's done. There's no way he can win. All right. Epsilon bounced back. As I said, they needed to win this round. They do, but just with a single player. So the money's not going to be absolutely perfect just yet. CT side will buy down here. But this also means this is potentially the last buy run before an eco coming in from the CT side. Both teams' money is going to be screwed if they lose this. This is a very important one.
Yeah, Jenko rocking the Mac 10, the big Mac Daddy. Smooya pushing through the flames, down to 81 health, going fast here. The nade comes out towards him as well. Not too much damage being done. He went for the fast play there, which I like, I respect it, but he couldn't make it work. Still, lots of control to be had here for Epsilon, and already the CT's grenades have been whistled down quite a lot.
Exactly. Only one Molotov and 2 smokes remaining. One of them thrown out now. That means that, well, for the next 1 minute, basically, after the smoke blooms, it's going to be a utility advantage for the terrorist side. CTs will not have a lot to throw back at them, so they'll have to win the duels. They'll have to trade 2 for 1 or 1v1 with that extra damage. Smooya opens up, smoke for heaven, and here comes the push.
Nice use of the incendiary grenade, and they will be spraying them down, but the trades won't go in favor of the CT side. Epsilon, they found a way in. Nicky trying to avoid the flashes coming over. Isn't in way of the molly just yet, but he's going to wait for the backup of BRN. They're both going to be pushing from the same area to push in here. Can they make it work? They're looking for an opening. They're looking for a chance here. The flashes go over. T-Sac ready to take the challenge. Does fall as well. 2 versus 2 now. Surreal and Smooya. Smooya's already found himself 2 frags. Surreal again towards Monster. Smooya's gone down. All the pressure's on him. They're poking out 1 by 1. That's exactly how you don't want to play it. And with 20 health, is he just going to stick it? He is going to try for it, but it's not going to work. And now the money of MK is going to be in a dire situation. Epsilon have something to work with and something to play with here.
This is forcing them on an eco. We could see potentially 1 or 2 P250s, maybe a CZ come out for the CT side, but it's not going to be... Oh, as I say that, they go for the straight-up force. So you're going to see 3 CZs with armor, only 1 kit, 5 smokes, but no flashbangs, apart from the one on Shooter and the one on BRN. No Molotovs either, so this is a very scrappy buy for the CT side. Not one that I would advise to take, but they trade 1 for 1 in the beginning, so not too bad. AK's up for all the terrorists. And utility on them as well. Really good at holding the map control back. Nicky, they traded Spy Leader 1 for 1, and then also held the map control very deeply in the connector. Allowed a bit more onto short A. But now with 1 minute to go, because Shemeta's push, they can focus on other areas of the map, which is going to be needed, since right now the push is coming towards long A, and the CTs have rotated in.
Yeah, they're going to be met by full force from the CTs here. BRN's in a really good position. He can hear what's going on, but he can't put the CZ to work. Now the rest of Epsilon will swarm the A bomb site, get the bomb down. But I love the way MK are playing this. Schmidt has managed to find 1, is instantly traded out, but the 2 players towards bank currently, well, they weren't spotted. As the smoke starts to fade, they do get found, and Smooya is going to be doing all the work now, AK in hand. Feeling a bit more confident on this T side, and it's starting to show as Epsilon seemingly making a bit more lighter work of MK.
The Epsilon calm and collected right now. This, like, if they force buy right now, I'm going to be triggered, MK. I'm just saying, there should be no way, and there is no way. So we agree. 9 rounds still, it's not too far behind. Next buy round will be crucial. They can keep this one going. Right now the stack on short A. 1 flashbang from Spy Leader. When that flashbang comes in, the 4 players are going to push Fountain.
Oh, and they're all just lighting up as they run in. Jenko just spraying completely blind. Gonna make light work of it. 4 kills for him, 1 for Surreal. As expected for this round to go, nothing too much to hype up there, but it will give Epsilon another notch on the belt to make sure they can get closer to trying to secure overpass here, because they just don't want to give MK that footing going into Mirage.
I like this strategy, to be honest. Like, you know you're on a full USP, 95% chance you're going to lose the round anyways. Go for something a bit aggressive, something a bit different. And that's what they did there. Luckily for Epsilon, Jenko was ready. His spray, well, positioning while flashed was on point. So no worries. 3 rounds separating them. An AWP has been purchased on the CT side. Decent utility, missing a bit, but still not the worst. The only thing that's worrying right now for the CT side is no utility on Nicky and no kits in general.
Yeah, they want to play for the jewels. They want to play for stopping Epsilon from getting anywhere close to that bomb site. Heavy early presence towards the A side at the moment. Smooya just tapping away, but he's got to be careful. They don't know where the AWP is just yet, and now they do. BRN finds the first kill. Surreal, the man who has been the heavy hitter for Epsilon so far here on Overpass, comes in with the first kill. Smooya needs to find something here, and he's got an idea that one might be pushing further forward. Sprays them down, will even it up into a 4 versus 4. BRN still, though, holding close. He wants to try and make it work, but Robin, this whole time, he snuck in through Monster onto the site. Great play, though. Smeta sat there waiting, patient as ever, and putting in the hurt, but Jenko able to find one of his own, but it's still going in favor of the CT side. MK, they're holding strong. Epsilon have played the run around here. They've been going to every single side of the sites, and they finally do find a way in, but Smooya's instantly taken down. T-Sac on 33 health with no utility to play with. Has to desperately get this bomb down, is spotted out. And the shot comes in from BRN, who had a great round, multiple positions, finding the kills, controlling the pace and shutting down Epsilon as they try to come into the sites. Makes it 14 for 10 now. Now Epsilon, they can buy. Smooya picking up that AWP, trying to maybe contest what BRN has been able to do there. And they know as well, if they can get this round, then the CTs will be lacking a lot of money going into the next couple of rounds.
Getting tense here. Copenhagen as we hit the late hours. These teams have been battling for a long day already, but it's nowhere near to over just yet. Smooya trying for the close range option, will be shut down as it's a 2-man advantage for MK.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Epsilon whatsoever there. You saw Smooya, he went for kind of the stylish, fast AWP, thinking someone was pushing close. Robin even Lely getting knifed there, does find the kill. Spy leader ready and waiting in such a good spot, finds the first kill. T-Sac's able to reply though, 2 versus 1. It is not gonna be an easy feat for him to try and take this round, but they want to avoid match point at all costs here.
I'm actually wondering why they're not just playing together, these two players at this point. You know you're in a 2v1, if you can just refrag, you win the round. Instead they're splitting up right now and trying to take map control, which could pretty much put it into 2 individual 1v1s, which is never what you want to do.
I was wondering how far T-Sac was going to go making all that noise, but he will slow it down as he gets towards the end of A long. Now starts to look into the site, trying to make sure that there's no players close by. But in the meantime, Schmita starting to make his way all the way behind him. They will end up grouping up here. If we see Shooter now make a decisive move and move over to the A site. Surely that call will come in. You can see T-Sac, he's checked every single corner now. Schmita is pretty convinced it's not going to be the A site. Little does he know. Will he give away his position? Smoke goes down. Now all the information is had. The rotation will come in. The bomb goes down in the nick of time. But T-Sac's got no idea.
It's free.
And there you go. That's the way it's done. Played very smart by MK, and they will secure the 15th. They are looking good here to take it on Overpass, unless Epsilon can come out with something extraordinary.
Epsilon needs to pull out one of the big comebacks right now in order to take this back. And they have individual qualities, but I feel like on a map like Overpass, it's very hard for them to kind of structure the round-for-round comeback. Also, they have to be perfect for 5 rounds in a row. And it's very hard to have perfect T-sides when you're not 100% on the map. So I feel like even if they get 3 points or 3 rounds, it's still going to be very hard for them. Let's not count them out just yet. This could be the end, though. 5 map points for MK. Aggressive smoke or aggressive Molotov towards short. Kind of counter any CT aggression towards water. And all the team lining up towards monster. So that's the usual play you want to make. Here comes the execute.
Big rush coming in. Schmita backed up by Shooter, but they're only able to get a little bit done. It's Spy Leader putting in all the work as he falls back into water, coming out again for more of a firefight, but almost just giving it away there. Could have held back, didn't need to push forward. Instead, pays the price with his life. Epsilon, they found their way and they found their golden opportunity here. Great nade comes in, though, as Nicky finds a kill. AWP shots fired, but nothing connected just yet. Robin starts to burn to a crisp. Smooya's giving away his spot, but he comes in with it, putting all the hurt on MK. Swift triple kill brought in by him. And they will grab the round. 15-11, and Epsilon, they are not giving up.
They needed a miracle, and they got a miracle. That 2v2 in the end Should have gone MK's way. Doesn't, and that will force, well, MK on an eco here. So another free round coming in for Epsilon.
Yeah, no armor at all, no CZs. They've just gone in dry. 1P250. But someone who's not dry at the moment, it's certainly Smooya. Comes through water again, looking for an opening pick here. He's certainly feeling himself a lot more on the T side.
Yeah, it's so much. It's so easier being an aggressive player, an individual player, where you know you can take the angels. If you're on the T side, and we see that here, Robin also doesn't care. Smooya doubles up.
They do have to be careful. The USP kills are coming in. 1v3. I don't fancy Nicky's chances, but if he can grab himself a weapon, it's going to be huge. Instead, he loses his head. Jenko on top of it. 15-12. And now there's a big decision for MK. Do we buy up, which isn't going to be the best optimal buy? Like, the money's good, you can buy off that, right? But you're not going to have the full nades, full utility. Do you buy or do you hold back one more time?
Shooter and Nicky are both going to be lacking a lot if they go for this buy. The rest of the team are going to be able to get an almost perfect one. They're not going to be able to get an AWP, though, if they want utility, but it's still like a decent call to make. But when you're already up like with 15 rounds, wouldn't you potentially go for like a CZ buy and then wait until you have money for the perfect one?
Yeah, I personally would be looking at this and thinking, okay, we've pretty much closed this out. If we go 15-13, it's not the end of the world, and we come with a full buy, we make it work. Because if they go and buy into this, they lose it, still ends up 15. Oh, they bought. So they've got the confidence in that they're going to buy and win this. But the issue you have here is if it goes 15-13 in favor of Epsilon, then so they get this next round.
Yeah.
Then they have to eco. Then we're putting it all the way to the wire,
all the way
to an overtime potential.
Yeah, 16-14 victory overtime. If they don't win this, that's the question. But they could just as easily finish it off here. It's definitely a possibility. We've seen them play very good in a plethora of rounds right now, MK. They're already on 15, so we know they can do it.
And this is no kits, no incendiary grenades.
Yeah, once again, like, and I know we sound like a broken record sometimes as commentators when we like harp on about it, but it's so important, especially on a map like Overpass, that you have those incendiaries, you have the smokes, you have the kits. And that's why, like, I would potentially say, like, don't go for a buy this round. Make sure you have everything for the next one. Hopefully, it's not going to be what causes them to lose it around.
Surely, this is not another technical.
Everyone still had their headsets on, so I'm positive.
Stay strong for us, MK. We can play this game. We believe. And we are back in. 15-12. Epsilon, they've not given up the fight, right? At the end of the first half, I think Smooya had like 6 frags. Now he's up at 19. He's starting to pull his weight again.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was asking for them to be able to complete this comeback. He's definitely trying to make it happen. Nicky, very aggressive at Fountain right now. Smooya holding all the way back. Double stack in Playground. So they definitely know something is up.
Yeah, if BRN makes one wrong move here, he will be taken down instantly. The smoke's going to go over from Surreal. And they're making the noise as well.
They're going to go flash over long, or are they just going to leave it up?
Surreal finds the first kill. BRN able to reply, able to find himself 2 actually. As Smooya did take down Nicky, who was at Fountain. Damage has been done as Jenko goes running through, assuming it would be safe, not checking all his angles. Oh, Spy Leader, the one-man army hold, leaves it all on Smooya's shoulders. 34 health, he's found 2 frags, but can he find 2 more? His team, they need him to come up top trumps here, because otherwise it is going to be Overpass going towards MK. What a great, aggressive, confident play coming out from MK, seemingly confusing Epsilon throughout here, as Smooya gets close to BRN.
Position.
They know exactly where Smooya might be coming from, but it's going to be down to the timing.
Oh, the timing is perfect for Smooya right now. Will he survive? No.
That's it, 16-12. Overpass goes in favor of MK. Not